sun's going down. It will be dark soon. Do you think so? It was just making conversation. We're his friends. How do you know? From my young days, brought up with him. You've only got the word for it. But that's what we depend on. Well, yes, and then again, no. Let us keep things in proportion. Assume, if you like, that they're going to kill him. Well, he is a man. He is mortal. Death comes to us all, etc. And consequently, he would have died anyway, sooner or later. Or to look at it from the social point of view, he's just one man among many. The loss would be well within reason and convenience. And then again, what's so terrible about death, as Socrates so philosophically put it, since we don't know what death is, it is illogical to fear it. It must be very nice. Certainly, it is a release from the burden of life, and for the godly, a haven and a reward. Or to look at it another way, we are little men. We don't know the ins and outs of anatomy. There are wheels within wheels, etc. It would be presumptuous of us to interfere with the designs of fate or even of kings. All in all, I think we'd be well advised to leave well alone. Tie up the letter. There, neatly, like that. They won't notice the broken seal, assuming you were in character. But what's the point? Don't apply logic. He's done nothing to us, or justice. It's awful. But it could have been worse. I was beginning to think it was. The position as I see it then, we Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, from our young days, brought up with him, awakened by a man standing on his saddle, and are summoned and arrive and are instructed to glean what afflicts him and draw him onto pleasures such as a play, which, unfortunately, as it turns out, is abandoned in some confusion owing to certain nuances outside our appreciation, which, among other causes, results in, among other effects, a high, not to say homicidal excitement in Hamlet, whom we, in consequence, are escorting for his own good, to England's good. We are on top of it now. I'm assuming nothing. The position as I see it, that's west, unless we're off, of course, in which case it's night. The king gave me the same as you. The king gave you the same as me. The king never gave me the letter. The king gave you the letter. We don't know what's in the letter. We take Hamlet to the English king. It depending on when we get there who he is. And we hand over the letter, which may or may not have something in it to keep us going, and if not, we are finished and at a loose end. If they have loose ends, we could have done worse. I don't think we missed any chances. Not that we're getting much help. If we stop breathing, we vanish. Here we go. Yes, but what? Out of the void, finally, a sound, while on a boat, outside the action. The perfect and absolute silence of the wet, lazy slap of water against water and the rolling creak of timber breaks, giving rise at once to the speculation or the assumption of or the hope that something is about to happen. A pipe is heard. One of the sailors has pursed his lips against the wood when his fingers and thumb governing, shall we say, the vantages, whereupon giving it breath, let us say with his mouth, the pipe, discourses, as the saying goes, most eloquent music. A thing like that, it could change the course of events. Go and see what it is. It's someone playing on a pipe. Go and find him. And then what? I don't know. Request a tune. What for? Quick, before we lose our momentum. Why? Something is happening. It had quite escaped my attention. I thought I heard a band. Plausibility is all I presume. Call us this day our daily tune. Aha! All in the same boat, then. Everybody out. Where are we? Traveling. Of course, we haven't got there yet. Are we all right for England? You look all right to me. I don't think they're very particular in England. Alfred! What are you doing here? Traveling. Right. Blend into the background. Pleased to see us? You've come out of it very well so far. And you, in disfavor. I'll play offended the king. Yes. Well, he's a second husband and so tactless, and really, it was quite a good play nevertheless. We never really got going. It was getting quite interesting when they stopped it. That's the way to travel. What were you doing there? Hiding. We had to run for it because we were stowaways. Naturally, we didn't get paid owing to circumstances ever so slightly beyond our control, and all the money we had, we lost betting uncertainties Life is a gamble at terrible odds. If it was a bet, you wouldn't take it. Did you know that any number doubled is even? Is it? We learn something every day to our cost. But we troopers just go on and on. Do you know what happens to old actors? What? Nothing. They're still acting. Surprise them? What? Surprised to see us. I knew it wasn't the end. With practically everyone on his feet, what do you make out of it so far? We haven't got much to go on. You speak to him. It's possible. But it wouldn't make any difference. But it's possible. Pointless. It's allowed. Allowed, yes. We are not restricted. No boundaries have been defined. No inhibitions imposed. We have for the while secured and blended into a release for the while. Spontaneity and whim are the order of the day. Other wheels are turning, but they are not our concern. We can breathe. We can relax. We can do what we like and say what we like to whomever we like without restriction. Within limits, of course. Certainly within limits. A compulsion toward philosophical introspection is his chief characteristic. If I may put it like that, it does not mean he is mad. It does not mean he isn't. Very often, it does not mean anything at all, which may or may not be a kind of madness. It really boils down to symptoms, pregnant replies, mystic allusions, mistaken identities, arguing his father is mother, that sort of thing, intimations of suicide, foregoing of exercise, loss of mirth, hints of claustrophobia, not to say delusions of imprisonment, invocations of camels, chameleons, capons, whales, weasels, hawks, handhawks, riddles, quibbles, and evasions, amnesia, paranoia, myopia, daydreaming, hallucinations, stabbing his elders, abusing his parents, insulting his lover, and appearing hatless in public, knock-kneed, group stockings, and sighing like a lovesick schoolboy, which at his age is coming on a bit strong, and talking to himself. And talking to himself. Well, where has that got us? He's the player. His play offended the king. Offended the king, who orders his arrest. Orders his arrest. So he escapes England, on the boat to which he meets Guildenstern and Rosencrantz taking Hamlet, who also offended the king, and killed Polonius. Offended the king in a variety of ways to England. That seems to be it. All we get is incidents. Dear God, is it too much to expect a little sustained action? At last, two arms, pirates up there, down there, to my sword's length. Action! They're gone. That was close. I've never thought quicker. There. Once more, alone, on our own resources. What do you mean? Where is he? Gone. Gone where? Yes, we were dead lucky there, if that's the word I'm after. Dead? Lucky. Is he dead? Who knows? He's not getting dead. Hardly. He's dead. He's dead as far as we're concerned. Or we are, as far as he is not too bad, is it? But we can't. We're supposed to be. We've got a letter. We're going to England with a letter for the king. Yes, that much seems certain. I congratulate you on the unambiguity of your situation. But you don't understand. It contains. We've had our instructions. The whole thing's pointless without him. Pirates could happen to anyone. Just deliver the letters. I'll send ambassadors from England to explain. Can't you see the pirates left us home and high, dry and home to home? The pirates left us high and dry. There. Nothing will be resolved without him. There. We need Hamlet for our release. There. What are we supposed to do? Saved again. Saved for what? The sun's going down. It'll be night soon. If that's west, unless... Shut up. I'm sick of it. Do you think conversation is going to...